Nate D. I'm an urban artist from South Florida. What made me first fall in love with art was that when I was younger, I had a babysitter who also worked for the newspaper. He was an illustrator for the newspaper. And when he used to watch us, he'd be working on his projects. It amazed me when I'd see him drawing and he'd start out with a white piece of paper. And in the end, he created this whole new world on this two-dimensional surface. I really loved it, and it got to the point where my siblings were playing, watching TV, doing things, and I just sit there at the table watching him as he drew. I never went to my mother and said I want to be an artist. She saw that when she sent me the babysitter, I come home with stacks and stacks of papers and see that drawings, that there were sketches and drawings of Superman and Spider-Man or whatever all over them. And she saw that I took an interest in that, and then she tried to foster that interest by putting me in local programs and in art clubs and things like that. I mean, I'm lucky to have the family that I have because of that. I did art throughout middle school, high school. I was that kid in school, the art kid. I really embraced it, but it's funny that as I went through high school, everyone would say, "Oh, you're definitely going to be an artist when you get older." I'm like, "Oh no, I'm not going to be an artist. I need to make money." You know, when I first got out of high school and I went into college, I actually went into a medical major. So I was doing physical therapy. I just hated it, didn't like it at all. I switched that to optometry, didn't have a love for it until finally I made my way back to art, and I could say that I'm happy I did. I actually still split my time between being a professional artist and teaching art. Even though I kept my art major when I first came out of college, I didn't really practice art professionally for about a good 6 or 7 years. I continued being a teacher, and I liked teaching, and I was always one of those people under the idea that to really understand something, you have to teach it. So I thought that it made me a better artist being a teacher, although I didn't make art. And then I decided to go back and get more certifications, and that required me to take more art classes. And that's when I realized that that was the missing piece of the puzzle. Right now, what I'm working on is a series of paintings with women with masks on. The masks explore cultural ideas and ideas of identity and self-expression. One of the earlier pieces I did is called Transmute. It's a picture of a woman with a cockatoo mask on, and it has a lot of spiritual meaning, but that's when I really decided that this is the path I want to go to and a series I want to explore. My family background is Caribbean, and you see the Caribbean footprint very much in South Florida, whether it's Latin, other islands such as Jamaica, Haiti, but one thing that they all have in common is that vibrant color, and you see it in my pieces. A lot of times people always say your work is very colorful, it really stands out, and it's one of those things that I took for granted because I never even noticed it until one day I had a piece in a show. Someone said, "I always know your work is the brightest piece in the room." I said, "No, it's not," and he said, "Yes, it is," and then I looked around and it turned out it was. I could have the worst day in the world. The minute I start creating art, especially when everything's working in the painting, then it's like my mood changes like that.